happened almost overnight. My quails, who were laying beautiful little eggs every single day, suddenly stopped. No warning, no signs, just nothing. At first, I panicked. Was it something I fed them? Was something wrong? In today's video, I'm going to walk you through why quails stop laying eggs, the real reasons behind it, and what I'm doing right now to get my girls laying again. Stay tuned because some of these reasons might surprise you, and missing out on just one of them could delay your quails' comeback. So let's talk about why quails suddenly stop laying eggs. Now, here's the truth. Quail egg production is incredibly sensitive to changes to their environment, their health, and even the seasons. So let's talk about the top reasons why they might stop. Number one is not getting enough light, because quails need 14 to 16 hours of light daily in order to stay in the laying mode. Shorter days equals fewer eggs or even no eggs. And if you're in autumn or winter, this is probably the main reason. The solution here is to add a low, soft LED light in the coop, set it on a timer to extend daylight savings. I've got the one that I use linked in the description box below. The reason number two is nutrition problems. Now, quails must have at least between 20 to 24% protein, enough calcium for egg production as well, and vitamins, especially vitamin A, vitamin D, and vitamin E. So what if they're not getting the nutrients that they need? The solution here is to upgrade the feed to high protein game bird starter or supplement with boiled egg, tuna, and mealworms. You can also offer crushed oyster shells, free choice for calcium. Now, I realized my feed protein had dropped, so I switched brands without checking. A big oops on my part, to be honest, and it did really affect their production. Factor number three is stress. Now, quails are super tiny, sensitive birds, so new predators lurking, even smells, new coop mates, loud noises, or rough handling will always cause them stress, and stress will make them stop laying eggs. So the solution here is to keep their environment quiet, consistent, and secure. Now, to be honest, in the week before they stopped laying eggs, I did notice that there was a black cat from the neighbor coming into the quails. Now, the quails are fully caged in the garage, but still, I felt like that was also one of the things that was causing them to stop laying eggs, because it kept on going around the cage and it couldn't get in, thankfully, but it still caused them stress, and it caused them to just feel like that they are in danger by this predator. Reason number four is weather and temperature drops, because cold spells will always result in quails' bodies saying survival is first, laying becomes later. So the solution here is to add straw bedding, sheltered areas, and warm water during the cold snaps. Reason number five is natural rest cycle, which is, the process of the phase of, molting. Also, their age plays a big factor, because quails that are under 2 months old are still maturing. Older quails, which are anywhere between 10 to 12 months old, they might molt, and their laying naturally stops and slows down. So the solution here is to give a higher protein boost during the molt phase and also allow them to rest. Laying will resume, and it will continue once the feathers start to regrow. So how am I getting my quails to lay again? So here is my exact action plan that I'm following right now to help my girls get back to laying. So first of all, I am aiming to boost light exposure. So we have daylight savings here in Australia. Winter is just on the verge of starting, and I'm adding a soft LED light for a few hours every single morning. No harsh bright lights, just enough to mimic longer sunlight. And also during the day as well, whenever the sun's out and it's bright outside, I just move their cage from the garage to the most sunniest part of the backyard, just for a few hours, and then I'll bring it back as well. Number two, I'm going to upgrade their nutrition. I just recently switched back to a 24% protein game for a bird and feed, and I've also added crumbled boiled egg. I've added sunflower seeds that I've crushed in the food processor. Now, I give them sparingly, but I do give them every once in a while as a treat, and also a side dish of crushed oyster shells. And if I'm running out of oyster shells, I just simply recycle the chicken eggshells that I have. So I just put them in the oven a little bit until they're a bit crusted, and then I just process them in the food processor and add them to the feed. Another thing that I will also be trying is to de-stress their environment. Now, there are parts where I can control and there are parts that I can't. So will be introducing more hideouts like cardboard boxes, straw nets as well. Also, I will try my best to limit noisy visitors to the coop, and also covering the pen sites partially with tarps to make them really feel safe as well. And lastly, I will monitor the water carefully. So clean and frozen water 24 hours. It's not as cold as it was back in Finland here in Australia, which is really good as well. But also dehydration, even for a few hours, can really stop laying. I also started giving a tiny vitamin booster in their water once a week, especially adding vitamins like vitamin A, D3, and E to kickstart their overall health. If you would like me to talk about the vitamin booster in the next video, just comment in the comment section below, so that way I know that this is what you guys need. So here's what I learned from this whole experience, and here's the biggest lesson for me. Quails are not machines. They're tiny little mirrors of their environment, and the smallest change can completely shift their laying cycles. Smallest change, I mean in terms of light, food, stress levels, temperature. If any of these get off balance, their bodies put survival first, not egg production. And honestly, I really respect that more than ever now. So raising quails teaches you things like patience, attention, flexibility, because every tiny adjustment you make can lead to big changes. So comment below, has your quails ever suddenly stopped laying? What helped them bounce back? I'd love to swap tips as well. Like this video if it gave you some ideas, subscribe for more real backyard farming stories as well, and grab my free Get Your Quail Laying Again checklist below. I'm Nora, and every egg we get is a little daily miracle. Take care and have a great day.